Okay. So what's up Facebook? What's up YouTube? And what's up LinkedIn? Uh, comment on the chat box. Ready? And we are good to go. And we are good to go. Pretty good. Awesome. So today we're going to be talking on a topic that's still dear to my heart. It's a topic that's still close to my heart, and it's nothing but from amateur to expert. You know what I mean? Like from amateur to authority, and that tells us that as a speaker, all of us were once amateur. You know what I mean? Like all of us were once beginners, and we have to move from that level of being beginners to being authority, to being an authority, to being experts. And that we all started as beginners, and that means we started as amateurs. So comment on the comment section if you're watching us right now from Facebook, from LinkedIn or YouTube. Comment on this comment section. Ready, and we are going to kick off. So like I said, today we're looking at how to move from amateur to an authority. And like I said, we all began as an amateur before we finally moved to the authority, right? So what is the importance of online for professional speakers? How can online coaching actually help professional speakers? So I'm going to be answering some questions in relation to how can online coaching help. Also, what's the advantage of the online coaching over the personal coaching or physical coaching, or inside coaching? I'm also going to be looking at what does it take to have a good coach. You know what I mean? Like having a coach is important, but having a good coach that is a good fit for you is so important. I repeat that again. Having a coach is very important, especially an online coach, but having a coach that is a good fit for you is so important. So it's not just about having a coach, but it is about having a coach that is a good fit for you as a speaker. And so that's one of the questions I'm going to be answering. And of course, I'm going to be looking at where can you have a coach? Where can you have a good coach? Platforms from which you can have a coach that can actually coach you through your speaking trajectory, your speaking journey, especially when you're a beginner, or maybe when you're already established speaker and you want to fire yourself and get a coach that can take over to manage your speaking and developing and building strategies for you. Are you ready? So if you're ready, comment on the comment section, ready, and let us know even as we kick off. Are you ready? So if you are ready, comment on the comment section even as we kick off. And so the first question I want to be looking at today is the question of, it's going to be the question of who is a coach. It's going to be the question of who is a coach. So a coach is actually somebody who comes into your life at a particular time and takes you from a point called point A to a point called point B. You are right now in point A and you desire to go to point B. And you've been struggling so hard right there in point A. And the results you've been looking for, the result you've been desiring, they are not forthcoming. And so you decided to fire yourself and to bring in somebody else or someone else who can coach you to make that move, to make that change, to make that transition. And that is literally for me who I think a coach is. Right. So the question, what does it take to have a good coach? What does it take? Now, having a coach is important, but again, having a good coach, a really good coach that is a good fit for you, it is where the game actually changes. And so, if you're looking for a good coach, I will strongly recommend you look for a coach. You take your time to research the coach, to investigate the coach. The result of the coach is very important. Let me say that again. The coach's results is very important. Like, what has the coach been able to accomplish? I was discussing with my friend the other day, Anna, and she was like, Mm, if I'm looking for a coach in whatever thing that I want the coach to work with me in, I want to know that the coach has done something that I want to do. And I'm getting to the coach because the coach can give me something that I can't give myself. The coach can open my eyes to something that I am struggling to do. The coach can be able to take me to where he has gone. And that last phrase touched me so dearly because the coach must be able to take you to where he has gone or she has gone. I mean, like, how would the coach ever take you to a place where he has not been there? So you need to look for a coach who got some result, the kind of result that you want, the kind of result that you desire, the kind of result that you want to you actually crave to get. Now, if you see any coach with those result, I want to assure you, if you can go for that coach, you will be able to succeed in your desires, in your plans. And so when looking for a coach, look for a coach who has achieved some success that or in the area where you want to achieve the success. And that is how you can find a good coach. And again, most coaches will always give maybe a 10 minute or 15-minute trial session or 45-minute trial session. And these are opportunities for you to also know if this coach is a good fit for me. And one of the most important things that you also have to check if the coach is a good fit for you is to know, do I feel comfortable with this coach? Do I feel comfortable with this coach? So you should be able to feel comfortable with your coach because the coaching session is a relationship that you're getting into it. And so are you comfortable with the feedback your coach is giving you? Are you comfortable with the inputs your coach is making in assessing you, in reviewing you? Are you comfortable with all of that? And for me, those are some elements that you have to really consider when it comes to hiring a good coach that fits your expectations. So the question is, are you having a coach? Right? Are you having a coach? Are you looking for a coach? And if yes, are you having what are they going to do to get a good coach that fits your expectations? So remember, I talked about how to get a good coach. Look at you have to study the coach, do some research about the coach, and investigate if the coach is having the result that he is promising. If the coach is able to deliver what he's promising, and for you to know that, you just have to study the coach and see if he has been able to deliver the result that he promised. If he is where you want to go. And if he's not where you want to go, probably he might not be a good coach for you. And so it is always good to do your due diligence to investigate, research the coach before you proceed. And looking at where can you have a coach? Like what are the platforms where you can get a coach? You know what I mean? Like where can you find a coach? We have a lot of platforms out there on where you can find a coach, and one of such platforms is Udemy. One of such platforms is Toastmasters International, and one of such platforms is we have Talks. You know, Talks is the platform that together with my team we built for speakers who are looking for opportunity to scale up and grow their speaking careers, and be it beginner speakers or established speakers. With Talks, you can actually be able to get your voice out there and to be heard. And so, among that, there are many other platforms from where you can get LinkedIn, for instance, is a platform from where you can get a coach. We have a lot of coaches on LinkedIn, and they've had they have some result already. So you can also leverage on the coaches on LinkedIn, and even as you scale up your coaching career. So you just need to be having an open eye, even as you look for your coaches, even as you look for your coaches. So at this point, I want to open up and see if there is anybody with a question. Uh, is there anybody with a question for me from any of the platforms? Anybody on YouTube with a question? So another question is like somebody asked, what exactly is online coaching and how does it differ from traditional or in-person coaching? Right? Okay, so online coaching is actually having a session or interaction with somebody whom you actually call your coach with the objective to help improve your career situation at a point. And it differs from the in-person coaching in the sense that it actually helps you to be very flexible with your time and hours. It means that online coaching, you don't need to travel, you don't need to drive, you just have to sit in your coach, in your house, at the comfort of your office or wherever you are, and you're able to access your coaching program. And so one of the advantages of online coaching over the inside on-site coaching is that it is so flexible, and it means that you could just put on your camera and you get to it, and without any iota of contemplation and stress in driving and catching up on time. You don't need all of that. So if you're thinking of considering online coaching, you're making the right decision, because you can be in a different continent, another coach is in a different continent, and you do an amazing job. And again, with the online coaching, you need to be able to accept feedback, and you are ready to work with the feedback. So, my friend, for the person who the question, what's the difference? That is the key difference between the online coaching and the on-site coaching. So another question is, why should speakers consider online coaching over the learning methods like books or YouTube tutorials? Yeah, online coaching is a personalized, hands-on deck experiences. So when you have a coach, your coach is actually sharing with you, experiences he has had. He's sharing with you a life experience. It's a little bit like somebody says you can actually learn the knowledge you have acquired for. You can take one day and learn things that would take another person 70 years to learn. For instance, if you are listening to a book, if you are reading a book of someone who wrote the book, so people take a lot of years. For instance, I've read books from John C. Maxwell, and those are books that John C. Maxwell took over 70 years of his life. You know what I mean? Over 65 years of his life, over 40 years of his career, over 45 years of his career, over 50 years of his career. So much of time to write this book. And when he writes a book and you're reading the book, you're not only reading a book, but you're reading somebody's 50 years, somebody's 40 years experience, somebody's 60 years experience. And that is what it means to be having a coach. So reading books is very cool, but now having a coaching session or a reading book or watching YouTube video is that the session is personalized only to you. The session is personalized only to you. And so you can read a book, because most of the time when a book is written, it's written to one more than one person. So different people can read the book and fit themselves into the context. But with the coaching session, the context is actually about you. And so it is personalized. And the great thing about it is that there's Q&A. You can ask questions right there on the spot, and you receive answers to those questions. Is that not good news? That sounds like good news, right? Yeah, with the online coaching. So how does online coaching fit into a busy speaker's schedule? And that's exactly what we're talking about. You can be on the driveway heading to do some errand somewhere. Maybe you're driving to get some groceries in Walmart, and you are in a coaching session. And it's very cool, because all you have to do is be listening and responding, answering the question. So it is absolutely a game changer for speakers, both established speakers and beginner speakers. So how online coaching fits? Okay, so somebody asked the question: can online coaching really provide the same quality of feedback as in-person coaching? Absolutely yes. It's about you bringing the topic of conversation, and the coach together with you brainstorming on the solutions and the ideas that can work, and then you implementing it. It means that you should be ready, always ready for feedback, always ready for correction, always ready for best practices and to learn new practices that can help you to pivot. And so somebody's asking, how does having a coach help with consistency in improving your speaking career skills? Absolutely. Coaches are not for free. You pay your coach, and when you pay your coach has to do the job. So the coach will provide you feedback. The coach will provide you strategies. The coach will provide you some hacks that you can be able to leverage on to get the job done. And so if the coach does his own part of the job, like providing the tools, the hacks, and you don't do your own part of the job, I bet you it's still going to be challenging. It's still going to be challenging. So you have to do your own job, even as the coach is doing his own part of the job. So the coach will need to hold you accountable, and you need to be accountable enough to be able to be responsive to what the coach is expecting you to do. With so many coaches out there, how do you choose the right one? Yeah, of course, I answered the question already. For you to choose the right coach, you have to study the coach, like look at his lifestyle, look at what he has achieved. If what he has achieved has to do with where you're going to, where you're heading to, then that sounds great. You can be able to now hire the coach, because you should be getting a coach who has gone where you want to go. So that's how you look at it. And number two, is the coach, are you comfortable working with the coach? So you need to be comfortable working with the coach. And then you need to know that the coach has achieved what you are looking forward to achieve. And that is how you can get the right coach for yourself or for your career. So the question somebody is asking, what about someone who thought they were already good but needs that extra edge? Well, I had to work with a client called by Patience. Patience came to me. She Patient is over 50 years, and she is a senior administrator working with the government. And so she came to me, and she wanted to become a speaker, and she wanted to make a career from keynote speaking. But again, she was not comfortable talking in front of people, and she never even knew how to go about starting her speaking business. And when I listened to her story, we were able to begin a coaching program where I was able to work together with my team to develop a program for her. And we followed the program for 3 years, for 3 months. And when she graduated from the initial program, she told me that she wanted to do another program with me. So she came in for an extra program. And guess what? We started working, and I noticed Patience was doing an amazing thing. So she created her YouTube channel, and every single week she will record a video of not less than 2 minutes of a keynote session that she's practicing and sent to me. And when I started reviewing her videos, it was so amazing. And guess what? One day, as I was reviewing one of her videos, an idea popped to me. Like, I'm like, why don't you create a YouTube channel to keep on updating your videos? And when Patience created her YouTube video, and guess what? Last week was the International Women Day, and she was invited to do a talk in her women group in where she works. And guess what? She sent me the video after she uploaded it on YouTube, and it was a game changer. And that is a video Patience is ready to use now to sell herself for her future speaking opportunities. And that's how it started. So she was ready to grow. She accepted and acknowledged the feedback I was giving to her, and she worked on the feedback. And today, if you just comment on the comment section that I would love to watch Patient's video that she recently did, I will share with you the video. My team will share with you the video, and you will enjoy the video. It was a powerful talk that she did, and I'm so proud of Patience. So if you feel like you already know it all and you very experienced, and you feel like you don't need a coach, well, that could just be a mistake, because at times that was how I was. So but until I fired myself and employed a coach that had to work with me. So maybe you have to fire yourself if if you're not getting the result that you're expecting from yourself. Maybe you fire yourself and get the coach that can help you to get the result, just like Patience did. And today, she's not where she started. I was discussing with Patience yesterday, early this morning, and she was like, "Whew, I'm happy I made the decision. I can't believe where I am right now, and I'm so proud of myself right now, unlike before." That could be your story. So, question: where can aspiring speakers find quality online coaching? Yeah. I said we have master classes. You can find coaches on Skillshare, Toastmasters, Udemy, talkspeakers.com. That's the platform that we just published, and there are so many of them. So if you want to work with the talk speakers, come on, we'll be so more than glad to have you in our platform and to help you prepare prepare your keynotes with coaching sessions, and of course to help market you and your keynotes to the right event organizers that they will need you to speak on their stages. And one good thing we do at Talks is that we don't only coach you, but we help you to land the right speaking gigs, even from our events and from our platform. So we coach, we market you, and we provide you platforms from our company to share your stories on. That's amazing, right? So, question: what is the best way to prepare for an online coaching session? Well, you just I used to say your expectations you come into in a meeting is going to determine the output of that meeting. So if you come into the meeting without having any expectation, expecting anything, you will not have anything from the meeting. I bet you. You can only get what you believe or what you don't believe. It means that you cannot get more than what you believe you could get. You cannot get less than what you believe you get. So if you believe less, you get less. If you believe more, you get more. If you believe whatever belief you have is what you get. So it means that when you're coming into a coaching session, you need to have goals. What are your expectations? What are your goals? What are your outcomes? What do you want to get from that session? And so that is one of the key things you need to have in your mind when you're coming into a coaching session. And you also have to learn to be accountable. Accountable. Do your assignments. Do your tasks. Execute your tasks, and make sure that you do what it is necessary to do when it is the right time to do it. Get you. How should speakers handle constructive criticism from coaches? Well, for you to go up, you must calm down. And accepting criticisms from coaches, even if it doesn't favor you, it is a way to humble yourself and learn. I love to share this story. When you think about a little toddler or a kid, when they are growing up, most of the time, when you punish them, they cry. When they stop crying, they still come to you, they still listen to you, they still do what you're asking them to do. And that is an aspect of humility. So if you want to succeed as an adult and you need a coach, you must be humble enough to receive the feedback the coach is giving. And remember, you choose the coach, nobody chooses the coach for you. It means that the coach is apparently your decision, the decision you make. So you have to, if you want to get where you want to go with a coach, you have to listen, you have to learn, you have to get the feedback, the critics, and work on that, because that is what will give you the success. That's what will give you the result you're looking for. How often should speakers engage in coaching to see real improvement? Well, consistency is key here. So, as speakers, uh, if you are engaging the coaching program, you should think: is it a 1 month? Is it a 2 months? Okay, like in talks, we do a lot of 1 month and 2 months coaching programs for speakers. So, and again, I really don't. I have an experience. I had a client from Maryland. So Ellen worked with Ellen, and I love her dedication, her commitment, her consistency. She was really top notch, and that's the culture here in talks. All our coaches, all the people we're coaching and mentoring them for their paid speaking gig, they are highly intentional. Like they don't miss a single session, and we just love that spirit, that momentum. We love that a lot, and so that is a perfect example of consistency. So the more you show up, the more you're consistent, the higher and faster you get the result you're looking for. And so, my friend, if you have any question, you can drop it on the chat box. We'll be glad to answer your question. So, thank you so much, Ezra. You're doing a great job. I will be in your DM later. Thank you, Ezra, my dear brother from Nigeria, for watching from Facebook. So, think about that, my dear friend. So, that is what we got for you today as far as coaching and online coaching for speakers concerned. So, congratulations to all of you who already signed up for our uh, platform Talk Speakers. And if you have not signed up, you can do that today. We're giving a 1 month free login for those who want to shine on stages around the world. So if you feel like you have a story to share, come on, sign up on the Talks platform and become one of our members, and we would take it away from there. Okay, so that was it for today. Thank you so much for showing up, everybody, and for those who took part of this session today. So today we're looking at from amateur to an expert, how online coaching can grow and elevate your purpose-built career. And we saw how who is a coach, what does it take to have a good coach, and why is online coaching important and necessary. And we saw how you can choose a coach, and we also saw strategies on how you can best grow by getting feedback from your coach. And we ended by looking at how you can actually grow from your coaching experiences and get the result you're looking for. And that's how we saw it for today with our Global Speakers Advantage podcast. My name is Oliver Nshom, and I'm looking forward to see you on Tuesday, God willing. Uh, Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Aishwa, and for the great job you're doing too in your other side of the world. And looking forward to talk with you shortly. So we're hoping forward to do something in Nigeria in the nearest future. We hope to organize one of our talks events in Nigeria, and we hope we'd love to work with you to see how we can get those things and that done. So, my dear friends, thank you so much. Tuesday is another day, it's another date, God willing. And if you have not signed up for talks, please, I will recommend you go and sign up for talks. Just the website is www.talkspeakers.com. Talks like talks, TOLKZ, talkspeakers.com. So check it out and be some of the first people that are signing up. Okay, so see you on Tuesday and remain unstoppable and stay at the top. Cheers.